Welcome to episode 8 of this Let's Play series. My name is DasTeekan. Welcome to this Distant Worlds 2 playthrough. A lot of fun, actually. I'm enjoying it immensely. We've got a colony that was raided, unfortunately. I'm going to set things up to stop this. They're targeting this colony. They'll target this colony as well. So let's just go and get things sorted a little bit in through here. A lot of things actually happening. A lot of things happening. So scrap terraform. Yeah, so we're now... Okay, let's pause this. It's now saying, should we scrap the terraforming at Oceansync? And so you'll see that we're starting to now get positive cash flow here anyway. This thing is costing us a hell of a lot. So let's have a bit of a look at this one. This is a planet where we've got this terraforming facility. The quality is now 60%, which makes it plus 25, and the terraforming improvement is now at 10%, which is the maximum that it can get to. So we no longer need to keep this in through here. So we're going to scrap this. We had this as part of one of our storyline events. So we get rid of that one. We've also now got the civilian ship done. So we've got next is the fission reactor. I might just leave it off for a second, but this one should now bounce right up. Like we should end up with a fair bit more back in through here as well. Now, is this translating? Oh, yes, it is. This positive cash flow is now starting to translate across into actual research. So we're going to be ripping through the research quite quickly, actually, which is really awesome. We just got to keep on growing. We're like a virus. We just got to keep on sort of doing what we're doing. While we've got it paused, we have the first fleet. I'm going to split off half of this fleet. Now, I wish there was a ship management or a fleet management screen here, or just as good would be a fleet management screen in here where you could actually then go across and do things. Unfortunately, the game doesn't have either one of those, so we have to do this a different way. We're going to have to go to military ships. We're going to have to go to ships in a fleet. Now, we've only got the one fleet, so they're all just the pirate ship, the first pirate fleet. We're going to now move this one out. So we're just going to go and grab. I'm clicking on the bottom one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's half the ships. So I'm just going to grab half of them, and we're going to create a new fleet with these ships. And so this is the second fleet, led by the Sinister Banshee. And so we've now got two fleets. One of them is, if we just go back and press F, that's the second fleet. That's the first fleet. First fleet is still using the user manual fleet with the ship roll defend, and the second fleet. I'll just go Control 2 with that one, just so it's actually in there. Is now going to be set to. I'm going to set that one also to user manual fleet, and also to defend. This one doesn't actually have a mission. I'm going to position these down here in the Worcester system. We've got more on this world, so let's go and position them over this side. So Worcester 3, just going to right click, long right click, set home base. And so they will now operate from this base with a, we'll do sector range again with this particular fleet. So that will then sort of look after that one. And then the first fleet, if we just go back and just double check that that's, yeah, sector range, everything is good there. Shall we just go back to the second? This one is going to be loose as well, just so we don't sort of start to iron bomb our own ships too much. Now they should be able to protect the against the pirates. Let's go and take the first fleet. So just go and grab the first fleet. And we're going to change their homeworld to this one here, just while we sort of get things established. So set home base, and that's going to be, so they're going to now look after that particular home. That's all we need to do. So they're just going to move across, and so both fleets will now sort of move off and do their own thing. And I don't think, we're pretty secure back in through this location. Anyway, that's sort of how, that's the only real easy way of hopefully at some point in the future that will be addressed. Build ships. Yes, we'll build those. I don't mind sort of getting a few other sorts of ships in there. Just to sort of look after assets. We've actually got the critical research. We didn't have to pay for it. That's excellent. Discovery in through there. That's good. Nice. So they're now just going off to their respective locations, and then they should be able to to take on the pirate menace, and we hopefully will find where they're coming from at some point, and then we'll just be able to go off and destroy them. I don't know if these will be strong enough to take on a pirate fleet individually, but they may be able to. It's interesting. Yeah, we've got a few pirate fleets coming this way. I don't know exactly where they're coming from yet. I don't think we've seen anything, like we haven't really identified much in here. We haven't actually looked at everything just yet. I don't think these are there. These are all unexplored. We do have a ship in here though, just starting to check things out. So we'll just keep them sort of doing what they're doing out this way, and we'll look for more potential colonies as well. You know, there's possibly going to be... You saw there, our sector just disappeared slightly. And that'll be because there would have been some luxury resources that were just used up at Vudran, which would have then sort of shrunk this. We may lose this as well at some point. It really doesn't matter. It's not important. Yep, so it's... got this station here, this resort base is under attack by these pirates. So they're coming in to try to raid everything. Taken over this defense battery. It's an old pirate defense battery. Yeah, so we've got some nice stuff around this moon. Be able to look after ourselves there, I think. Let's keep on looking for these pirate bases. I've got my hopes up that it's in the Villacea system. Now we're at 30% there. I can just leave the research to just do its own thing, but I wouldn't mind sort of getting on top of that one a little bit. Let's have a look and see how our money is going. So we can see there we do actually have 2,723. If we have a look inside this side, we actually do have a fair bit of excess, 6,000 excess, which is then being pumped into research. A lot of that's being put into research, which will then give us... Yeah, we're not quite running at optimum at this point in time. We need to get a little bit more income, and so if as these centres become more and more developed, that's going to sort of help us a lot. In fact, that one's nearly up to 200,000. Once they get over about 100,000, so both of these are probably viable now to just quickly come in and just go and build another a planetary administration centre, just to sort of get even more money out of them. Sort of queue them up. This one here is still struggling. It's under the magical 20 suitability, so it's going to be struggling for a little while. It's incredible the difference that 20 suitability does make to all sorts of things. Like if we have a look at the colonies, we can then sort of see that Vudran is actually much more expensive than these other small colonies. These have just gone over 100 million. And so these are now going to be costing, that's the minimum we can actually be spending really. If we go and click on that one, negative 1,000, it's always going to cost at least 1,000 for everything. So this is actually working in a really ideal fashion. This one, we've still got a bit to go. We need to get our population up over 100 million, which will happen. It's just not desirable. It's not a desirable location. So we'll continue on. What have we got in through there? Yes, we'll keep on building construction ships. We want to get as much infrastructure down as we possibly can. Now these should come back up with messages for us at some point. In fact, even these now, I might actually just go and start to build like a station here. Oh, we can't do it. We're missing Caprica. This is interesting. Like sometimes the resource shortages won't even show Caprica. Like it's not showing in the list. You need to go to show all resources, and you'll see that they don't even see it as valuable just yet. Now dismiss that one. Let's have a look and see where these Naxilians are. Where were they? Oh, way over here. Interesting. It's going to be hard to get to them. Yeah, we'll leave them alone. Yes, we've got Gravelexes and things, so we should be going off to destroy these things with these ships at some point. Yeah, these are all very, very young population centres at this stage, but they will improve. Yeah, so Caprica will start to come in, like it will ask for Caprica when it gets to a level that it deems to be big enough. Uh-oh. This is not what we wanted to find, the Boscarans. Where do we find them? In the Nar Shaddos system. We need to find that system. Nar Shaddos, where is that? I've heard of it. Ah, over here. Okay. That's going to probably be far enough away with all of the nebulas and things for us not to have to worry too much about them. They're probably going to be out here somewhere, I would guess. Alright, that's fine. So we've encountered the Boscarans back over here. They'll actually attack this themselves. This will become a Boscaran world. Before we can blink, I would guess. Now it's not coloured, the Boscaran. It's not actually controlled by the Boscarans just yet. We've got no mission, both of those. That's all right. Now, where are they coming from? If we just go to top-down view. Coming from out here somewhere. They're not strictly from in here. There's not much else out that way. Finding new luxury resources, which is good. We're up to 63. I think we better go and get our next target. The shields would be good for us. Even this would be good. I sort of like the idea of getting these Zip attack shuttles. Even the destroyers, we can put 2 hangars on the destroyers. So we can actually have like a mini attack group. Let's go with this way first. That way we can put them on bases. And then we'll come back and get destroyers after that. I might just queue them up now. It will be interesting if we end up at war with the Boscarans. Yeah, it should be difficult for them to end up coming through this system. This little cluster, like it'd be interesting. I also don't know where the Xenox actually are. We haven't actually hit their borders yet either. So nobody's actually gone in to scout this particular system either. Alright, yes, we'll assign that mission. They're going to go down and try to capture this pirate. Yep, they're both going in. There's our fleets. Here they come. These individual ships won't really stand much of a chance. Except if they land on the opposite side of the planet, of course. You can still hope that the other one... Now, we've got assault pods... No, yes we do, yep. Our other fleet, our best chance is the other fleet. Oh, here they come. Alright. So they're now peeling off to attack our ships. That won't last long. These are on auto. We'll just watch what they do. So still going to attack initially. It should then switch to capture, I hope. Yeah, they're still going to attack it. Looks like they're just going to destroy it. Our ships are taking iron damage as well. Yeah, it's sort of funny. That's why we need them spread out. Now we get points for salvage if we hover over this one. Oh, hang on, we're here. Boscarans are winning at this stage. So we need to gain the most research and tech from salvage if we can do it. So these attacks are quite important. Anyway, I'm just going to leave these guys on auto. So the first are going back to Vudran 1. The second will end up going back as well. Oh, here we go. To attack Gravelex. Yep, we'll assign that mission. Let's go back to Worcester 3. System maps covered. Okay, we have recovered some things from there. Okay, so we're finding more and more of the systems out. Just need to get more explorers out this way. And we're doing okay with the research. It could be better. We've nearly got the nuclear supercharging, which is going to give us the fission reactor version 2, which we don't have to do anything about. It will just upgrade the reactors there for us. And then once we get the fighter craft, that will then allow us to then have upgrades on our bases as well. So it'll be a lot better defense. And if we then, I think if we then tackle the, well, we'd sort of have the destroyers working as mini carriers, that will certainly sort of help a lot. Yes, we're under attack up there. Just need to protect these colonies until they come good. They don't like being raided by pirates, so we just need to protect them more than anything else. There we go. So the ships will now have more... Like, we could go back into redesign and just have a quick look and see how they actually perform. Like if we go into the iron frigates, for example, and just have a look at what they've now got. So they're still over half with the hyperdrive, so we can't really do much. We still need to have both fission reactors there. What about with the missile escort? If we just have a quick look at this one here, edit this one, and that one's also over the halfway point, so we can't really do much about that one. And the colonizer, if we edit that one, this one's also, actually this one's got 3. It's got 3 reactors, so we can get rid of one of the reactors from this. So we'll just go back and we'll do an upgrade on the colonizer. This will be the version 3, and we'll just get rid of one of the reactors. It's just got enough power now to sort of drive what it has to drive. We still need to have the 100 because of the 82 static, so that's actually okay. Everything else is looking pretty good there. So we can go and actually get ourselves another fuel pod, like a fuel cell. And everything else is looking good, so we'll save and exit. There we go. All right, did we look? Yeah, we looked at the escorts, that's right. Aha, here we go. So this one is actually the Xenox is back out this side. This is now the border. Yep, we'll investigate whatever's happening over there. So at this stage, everything is looking pretty healthy. So that colour there, if we have a look at the, yes, that's the green. So that is now under control of the Boscarans. That is their territory. With the Xenox out through this side. So it looks like they've got the centre of this little cluster. So that will be interesting. We'll see if they decided to get Caprica here. No, it's only 121. Oh, there we go. Where's this? Kydians. Ah, nice. Now they will be wanting to be friendly, I would think. Yes, we've got diplomacy with all of these. We're just trying to play as peacefully as we possibly can. Kydians would be a good choice for us to try to colonise if we can do it before the others get there. I mean, it could even be worthwhile invading, which is sort of not really what the Teekans do, but it could be something that we do. We're not seeing any other pirate bases in around here. That would make sense with all of those transports that were coming through this way. That would work out quite nicely, I think. Okay, we've lost contact with one of our ships in the Dilran system. Just prior to losing contact, they sent a message saying that they discovered a very alien-looking base. We're about to investigate it. Then there was a garbled transmission with the words "must obey" repeated over and over. We should investigate this strange occurrence, but caution seems wise when approaching this station. So we'll have a bit of a look at this one. So we found something in here. Dilran 1 spaceport. Now this is... got the lone smuggler in here, which is a constructor. So we've actually tried to go and construct this one. I'm going to keep on doing this one and go and tell other ships to go and keep on doing it, because usually after the first one, in fact, yeah, we've already got somebody else is now going across to do it. This little one here, it's picked up Gravelix crystals. We're not going to get that one back. We've got the escort that was coming in to look after this one. So that was coming in here to repair it. What we might just do is just go back and build. Okay, we'll investigate. So we've investigated an abandoned small spaceport. The small spaceport is heavily damaged and currently inoperable. However, we could acquire it by sending a construction ship to repair it. So we'll definitely do that one. And so this will be a nice little addition to for us, I think. But yeah, it's very, very advanced with ultra long range sensor arrays. This is going to be very, very useful. So we'll definitely go with that. What we might do though is just go back in for our build order and just go back to the construction ships. We'll just get say 4 more of them, I think. Plague outbreak at Vudran. That's going to then impact the happiness of this particular planet. So it's going to make it even more expensive to be looking after this particular planet. It's still plus 30, which is actually not bad. Even with the plague. We've got a negative 10 event with the plague there. Alright, we found a computer core. Good. Getting more locations. I'd love to find a graveyard, a ship graveyard somewhere. Okay, we're finding more and more different resources back up this way. Whoa, 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 here we go. Caribbean spice. This is a game changer, guys. So let's have a look and see where that actually is. So we've now got a constructor there, which is the one that's the lone constructor. We're sort of picking up different things now. I don't know if these are as well. It looks like they may be. We're trying to sort of get things before this can sort of do all of the cleanup around here. We want to get as much of this as we possibly can. Look, there's all sorts of tech and stuff we're going to pick up from this side. This smuggler, I could attack it. Like, this is the one that got taken over. You can see how much extra things it's now picked up. So it's going around picking up all sorts of different equipment. Well, let's Caribbean spice has probably been picked up. Yeah, on this thing here. It's not an actual world, unfortunately. I thought it was going to be a world. It's just that we've found it. Now, this used to be a bit of a bug where you'd go and have a look at this one and just go into luxuries and just do it by price. Yeah, it's saying 0 of 1 sources. Now, if I click on that one and zoom back out, I'm not seeing any. I'll just go back to that one there. It makes it a little bit easier to see it. So Loris fruit, nothing. I'm not seeing anything flicking on or off. There's something up there. Zentavia fluids. Oh! Okay, so we've got Zentavia fluid. I didn't realise that. Yeah, but we don't have Caribbean spice. But they had it here. That's interesting. It may be close. Well, we've got Zentavia fluid in through here. That's actually really quite useful. There it is there. And we do actually have a mining station here with it. So Zentavia fluid may be back at our capital, which would give us a massive boost to development. Let's have a look and see. Got a little bit there. That's good. Yeah, we're just maintaining a small amount on the home world. But that's great. So that's going to be boosting our development quite nicely. Really quite nicely indeed. All right. Well, let's continue on. Now, I am actually out of time, guys. So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to call it quits here. I'm thinking of actually invading the Kydian colony. I think it would be just too good to get. Like, I think getting that one would actually really secure all of this. So I'm thinking we actually we take that one by force. There's not very many of them there either. Let's just quickly set a few little things up in here to do exactly this. Actually, we're already getting a few. Actually, not very many. I will just go and queue a few more of those up. So we can get a bit of an invasion force happening. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next episode.